What a delightful thought. Bye. Sergeant Gibson.
Oh, so
To keep you in the picture, I just spoke to Heroic Singer. He confirmed seeing Ezra Canning in the Six Bells last night, but can't say what time he left.
which doesn't help us much.
You're right. However, we have confirmed your sighting of Ezra Canning on the road to Crowcroft Farm on the night of Preston's murder. Canning admitted it in an interview.
Right, good.
Oh, so yeah, you know that story about the cruise ship?
Oh, and
Oh,
we've got
vaguely.
CCTV of Alan
So,
Preston's car in Causton.
What happened is this
Thanks to you.
Just luck.
Christchurch guy,
Right place, right time.
who's a real rogue,
See for a good policeman.
decided that he'd try and make some money by having cruises. So he started out trying to get permission to take cruises to Antarctica.
All securely alibied. The ones
And he got a couple of
rather gentle
apartments to buy into it, but
Why does that surprise you?
the health department turned him down.
Sacrifices to the earth god, sacrifices to the sun god. The internet.
So then he decided he'd run those mini cruises around New Zealand.
Any sign on the
So
CCTV?
he got this
on
little
the
cruise
Preston's
boat
car?
from this French
I've
company.
had 4 officers working shifts staring at the screen for 2 days. But CCTV is not foolproof.
But they were only allowed in if they could
It
get
does lend weight to a certain line of investigation.
visas. So
Trevor Gibson gave us the first lead, the almond brooch. So,
He hired the boat.
Man dead, and drew its symbol.
and they
Then
were
he
told they
mentioned
had to get
having
visas
seen
for the
Ezra
crew.
Canning on the road to Crowcroft Farm, and said
And,
he spotted Eleanor Preston's car in Causton that
So he got visas
Where's
for the
this going?
29 crew that, or he applied for visas. And Internal Affairs said he could have visas for the
Quite deliberately,
seamen
he's been
that were
manipulating
needed to
the
crew the boat to get it to New Zealand and to sail the boat.
So, he found the brooch, or he planted it, he saw Canning, Canning denies it. He saw
But
Mr. Preston's
he
car.
left
There's no
Indonesia,
CCTV
or
evidence
the
of
boat
that.
left
It's something
Indonesia
else. He
before it had
discharged a shotgun at
um,
Ezra Canning. It's
visas
something
for
wrong with
everyone,
that.
because it's got another
But
60
suppose that he actually
crewmen
made
on
a
the boat
to kill.
who were supposed
The fact
to
that
like
Canning was
wait
chasing
on
the crop
people and
sprayer
do the
might have
bars
been
and all the rest of
interpreted
it.
as an admission of
And
guilt.
immigration.
Canning
It's a
said
small
that
boat,
the
isn't it? It sounds like real shit.
It is.
Shit from beginning to end.
It is.
He's a good
What he's
cop.
trying to do
I've known him for years.
is get as many COVID-19 people and bring them to New Zealand,
There is
period.
no evidence to suggest he planted the brooch. Of course, Canning denies
And
it.
then Internal Affairs turned around and said,
maybe Jago did leave the hair.
no, you'll have to get New Zealand people
But he saved my life.
to act in all these service things you want them to do on the boat.
Oh no, you don't do that. New Zealanders are ignorant, stupid. You'll never find New Zealanders who could do what a foreigner can do. But I mean, he's going to stop in Sydney and he's going to get another 200,000 people to work on the boat. And so that means there'll be 600 crew and only 100 of them will have visas. Then he'll stop in Hobart and get another 500 crew. There's a pattern forming.
It's Gibson's.
He sailed from Indonesia, he got refused before he left the port and told not to bring the crew.
What, the Indonesians didn't want him?
No, New Zealand told him he couldn't bring the people on the boat that he wanted to because they didn't have visas.
No.
So the ship sailed anyway
We'll take this one together.
and he appealed
My lead. Okay.
and they said,
So,
I'd like to be the
we've
one.
already given you our answer, the answer is no, turn around and go home. So then he kept sailing, now he's 300 kilometres off the coast, saying, oh, we don't have enough fuel to get back to anywhere else but to get to New Zealand, and we want visas, and the Internal Affairs have said, no, we've told you 3 times, you cannot have visas for these people, and you cannot,
What is the name of this man?
fuckwit Christchurch guy.
When was the last time we had rain?
Is it a white sounding name?
A week ago. More.
Is he actually a cracker?
Eh?
Is he a cracker?
I don't know what a cracker is, so. He's a white guy, yeah.
Yeah, he's a white guy. Hmm.
Probably in his 30s, probably comes from some rich and entitled family.
Oh. Somebody's marinating.
So,
I hope to God that internal affairs do not crumble, because it seems
Exactly.
like that he is just pushing the government and pushing the government and pushing the government. I would like to see him put in prison.
Must have been unconscious though.
I'd like to see them, because I've told them if they come inside territorial waters, their boat will be arrested.
That's difficult to be accurate with drowning.
Well, I hope that there's a massive storm and they all die.
He was one of our own. Not a suspect, a victim.
Because he is just really pushing it.
We need to find out from Jago. He threatened to kill Trevor.
And
He meant it.
unfortunately,
Yes,
the
okay,
stupid
ultimately.
people, he'll be lying to the Indonesians. Those
Yeah.
Indonesians who came on, they'll probably barely be able to speak English, and they'll just be desperate for a chance to travel and get some work and whatever.
Yep,
And he will have lied to all of them, and he should be told, you have to pay for all of those Indonesians to fly home. Or they won't be able to, will they?
and on his way here,
And I bet you they were stopping off at Bali.
on his way here he was told, well, the only way you're getting into New Zealand is you offload the people without visas in New Caledonia.
I'll need an analysis of this.
Well, I bet
And
the
New
French will be
Caledonia
going,
turned around
"Oh,
and said, no
fuck
fucking
off.
way. Exactly.
Jesus Christ. They come near us, we'll nuke them. And I bet, I mean, the man's insane. Didn't, the boaters, signed off, Hong Kong, isn't it? Hong Kongy?
No?
I can't remember.
How much is
The
that?
funny
Didn't
thing
they
is,
leave
he
from
turned
Hong
around and
Kong?
said,
Afterwards.
oh, it's gonna make shitloads of money for the New Zealand economy, and I'm thinking,
Oh, what a load of bullshit, the
'Cause
man's
it's-
insane.
exactly, because it's New Zealanders spending their money on the boat. The only only person that makes money for is him, and for the foreign company that he has to pay the
He could have
fee
explained
to
and given
for
the
the
chance.
boat.
I really hope there's bad weather and it sinks.
Any sign of Evan Jago?
2 search teams. An APB issued. Nothing so far.
Yes, Jones.
That would just be
Oh, that's
utterly
very right.
hilarious.
Are you sure about that? 7:30.
Because,
Could you send a copy to Bill to
But yeah, they're sticking to the guns and saying, no, you were told the boat couldn't
we told you time and time and time again,
depart or come to New Zealand
don't let those people on the boat.
until you had visas.
They checked out at 7:30.
Yeah, it's sort of like what part of don't let the people on the boat without visas, do you not understand?
Whoever they are, they don't belong.
The thing that pisses me off,
Eleanor Preston
is
and Amy
fucking-
Hardy. Yes.
Wiggles visit, where they caved and let them come in.
The Wiggles,
Hmm.
oh, I can understand that. I mean, even if they were infected, I'd let the Wiggles in. Have you ever listened to the Wiggles? They're amazing. You couldn't possibly not let the Wiggles in. I'm so glad they let the Wiggles in.
So you lied?
Yes.
Is this the Wiggles that,
Isn't it obvious?
You didn't want to reveal your relationship
the
with his
children's group that
It is
sings,
obvious.
Yeah.
He didn't want to reveal it. He would give
and drive a big plastic car or something.
Direct from the UK.
Why would we have checked
No,
that?
they're Australian.
Surely
Is
we've
it
just
a-
driven to Midsummer Road,
I
killed
thought they
Alex,
were
gone back
British.
to Barclay, gone to bed and left the
Well,
next morning.
they're Australian. What does that say? Keep them out.
People make
And I'm not
mistakes.
talking about the virus.
So they get caught out.
And I'm not talking about the music. I don't know what I'm talking about. My God. Isn't the world a sick place?
I ran into some friends when I went to the restaurant. I made up a
Yeah, well, what I
excuse
find
about
sick
the
about
work
that is they're letting them in
payment
under
to a
special
pasted car.
exemption.
I, of course, paid the bill.
Where did you go?
And
Aiden's house in Northern Barton.
there's a
It's risky.
New Zealander
There's
in
neighbours.
Japan
We parked a couple of streets away.
who's terminally ill and wants to come home and visit his family.
Oh no, we can't possibly let that.
I didn't kill my
Exactly.
husband.
Oh God.
So quite
Dare I
the
be
same
really
thing.
rude and can it sing? Can it, if it could sing children's
It
songs, we
wasn't
might
him,
let it in.
I probably should have left him. I was unfaithful to him, yes, but we lived largely separate
Oh
lives. I felt
God help
entitled.
us, the plot
Do you also
thickens.
feel entitled to the farm?
And okay, he's been prepared to wait, but
Yes.
he's so terminally ill that he's likely to
To die.
croak before he can get himself a
Yeah, well, you have my number.
Well, I do
room
hope,
in a quarantine facility.
I hope he's listening to the Wiggles, and as he slowly dies, the Wiggles music might solace
You
him.
don't intend to run the farm as a going concern?
Going, yes, as in going.
I believe Jacinda Ardern, she may be able to afford a Wiggles cassette, and
Check
she
with
could
the
send
nosy
it to them.
neighbours and for any sighting of a Mercedes convertible parked a couple of streets away.
Should we have told her Preston changed his
If I was terminally
I
ill,
think we'll keep that for another
I
time.
couldn't think of any more beautiful gift than a record of the Wiggles. Could you?
It would make my day.
Couldn't continue to do things at my place all the time. We need to modernise them.
Oh yeah, my mother loves anything that's royals. Give me royals, I love the royals.
It's impossible not to be impressed by the sheer grandeur and splendour of the natural world.
The hyenas, they're
We will
disgusting
journey to
dogs.
every corner of the globe to explore the greatest treasures of our living planet.
Honest to God, I have no idea how they get up so close.
Sorry, what?
I have no idea how they get up so close.
They use fake rocks with cameras inside them.
Fake rocks?
Yep.
Oh,
So much more here than we ever imagined.
I think they use a lot of tricks. But I think it's with a lot of animals it's easy to fool an animal.
They're like photo drones on wheels. They look like rocks. So they're like these little tanks with a camera instead in them instead of a gun turret.
Oh. And the technology of a lot of the cameras is just fucking spooky. You know, for sports things, they have those cameras, they cost about $20,000 and they're really big with the lenses,
Yeah.
and you can literally take a photo of someone's arm about 200 metres away
Prior to death,
and see their arm hairs,
Yep.
and it's a good photo.
Consciousness for a few minutes.
Except for the fact that he was submerged in the water parks.
Except for that,
He
yes.
was marinated, well marinated. Oh fuck, they've already started chopping them up.
And
What's
the
that?
and the animals go, oh,
An incision, 2 days old.
that's interesting.
Just cut.
That rock's moving, but
And the
it's a
scraps
rock.
we found in the stove.
It'll take time, John.
The search team found.
And then they go over to check it out.
In his desk.
Mm.
They're over there.
Like the ones found by Tisha Clifford's body.
Not like them,
Sometimes they
are
turn them
the
upside
suspicion
down
was
and
making
now,
when
but
she was killed.
a bit of a problem.
Took them before he left.
They have to wait for the animals to move before they can go and rescue their camera.
That these papers were at the scene.
They've got her blood on them.
Bloody thing and bloody dry. It's impossible to tell the time on this.
I suppose they can't dress them up as fake tortoises because they try and eat them.
Another ley line.
Mm.
And where they meet. The tombstone.
They should put fake human beings in and see what happens.
Mm.
That would be funny.
Found in Gibson's house. They were among the papers that Letitia Clifford was working on when she was killed. Oh, and there's more. He had a cut on his left wrist.
Broken window at Crockwell Farm.
And that,
And they probably use
in Lowther Road, 2 streets away from where Aidan Hardy lives, which is what she said. 9:30.
Those, aerial drones
Drive from London.
for doing aerial shots because they're way cheaper and easier to use than planes.
Mm. Actually, doing these days with the technology that they've got, doing the animal films would probably be just as cheap as doing these ridiculous talk show things.
Yeah.
And it may come to the point with CGI that you don't need actors anymore. Would you watch a movie that was so realistic that it looked like the movies that we're used to, but it was actually completely CGI?
I don't think so.
Surely it would bring down the price of movie tickets and everything, because you wouldn't have to pay the actors, would you?
No, they keep the ticket price up and rip everyone off.
Humanity seems to have this whole thing of ripping each other off.
Yep.
If you've got a chance to stiff your human, chances are you're stiffer.
Ah. Well, I'm sure someone will be able to take details, but it's not me, I'm afraid. Any damage done?
The back door was forced, apart from that now. So, why are you here?
Oh, I need some help. Some advice. Just a second. You know more about the stones and their history than anyone else. The sketches that Letitia Clifford made, I'm sure they're crucial in some way. I just can't figure out how or why. That's why I thought a bit of practical field work might be the answer.
He may be wasting
Alfred
his
Watkins,
time.
who developed theory of ley lines. He put it down to early man finding the quickest route between 2 points. Nothing more to it. To suggest they have mystical power is
Do you really want the subtitles?
True, believe it.
No.
my point exactly.
Have you hit the yellow button or the orange button or the door? I mean, I find it
This one,
good
for example,
sometimes when you can't.
it
But
appears
what's
to
the
follow
line
a
here?
course,
before.
but that takes it outside the stone circle. The theodolite confirms it, see? It actually passes through a point over there
Hit the side arrow.
where
Oh, the button's not working.
wrote Kingstone on her
It's obviously not working, is it?
So it's been doing that.
So what was she after?
Fanatics are tireless, Mr. Barnaby. It's part of
I
their
swear
charisma.
I'm doing it right because I did
By
it
the way,
before.
what do you make of this?
And I'm pointing it right here. I think we might be stuck with it.
It's a salt butter.
Indeed.
I'm no expert. Where did
I'm
it
gonna
come
go
from?
and check my
Oh,
bloody
some
washing.
Crossing the meadow, which might